To speak, you need a mouth. Mouths are not specifically human anatomy, though. You can find them in other animals, too. But do you really need all of those parts of the mouth to speak a language? No, you don't. So, we're going to cut it in half. Introducing or Chalem. Chalem's phonology is and the vowels? No. You see, there are no vowels. Having an entirely fricative language makes it more efficient to speak without them. But how about writing without them? You might think I'm an idiot for introducing a writing system and then saying, how would writing look? Well, there's no writing system. I had to use the International Phonetic Alphabet to write all these sounds out, you saw? Now we can get to the fun part, grammar. All individual letters are their own roots. Aside from pertaining to, or possessive, the roots are typically suffixes. There are interrogatives, indicatives, negatives, and a definite particle. The pertaining to suffix being one of the only prefixes. As with any other language similar to it, you can also stack these roots. What's that? You heard me say indicative and not imperative? In English, the simplest mode of communication is typically imperative verbs like go, stop, fly. Numbers are also important for making words as well. The main one is, which I've told you before, means tangible or existent. But there's also another number, which is 2, because there are two things. The glottal stop here is indeed written, but it's not seen as a phoneme. Yet, this isn't even a cardinal number. It's ordinal. To represent plurality of nouns, or of any part of speech for that matter, you need to reduplicate the word as much times as there are of that word, capping at 3. This really suits the language number system, since it uses trinary to count. Counting is as follows. Oh God, I can't say that. With that out of the way, what does mean? In Chalem, there are only 2 prepositions, and outside to touching, and phasing into to inside of, respectively. The 2 words may come together to make new words, as shown previously, or they may stand alone for a more straightforward meaning. Other else than the previous things we've mentioned, the word order is verb, subject, object, and adjectives go before nouns and pronouns. We're clear to process into our vocabulary! Pronouns include I and you. Is the most basic word. As we've been told, it functions as all of these. Here are the roots. You may refer back to the affixes from earlier in this video. And with those affixes, you can make these words, with color being one of these. Chalem uses an additive color model, RGB, and uses an HSV system ordered in the same exact order for both. And a recap. Chalem is a language whose joke is that it uses similar sounding phonemes from the back of the mouth. It uses affixes and roots that can stack to form new words, has a VSO structure, a ternary counting system, 2 prepositions, and 2 pronouns. Now, we translate.